How's it going, everybody? Kevin from We Are Two Fun Guys. I was sitting here shooting a few solo videos tonight and came across something, that belonged to me and that I keep in my bags, and I was like, I think I'll make a video on just odd things that people keep in their bag. And I'll go through it for you, and hopefully you'll leave us some comments below about any odd things that you keep in your bag that actually may be pretty useful for anybody else that might want to consider adding it, an uncommon item or whatever. Usually in like my bug out bags and things like that, I'm sure you've seen on the videos that I'm a big fan of energy drinks and things like that, but can't always carry a case of energy drinks in your bag. I like to carry Jolt Gum. 2 pieces equal 1 energy drink or whatever, plus gives you a little something to chew on while you're out in the woods. Yeah, I've already been in these. Yeah, there we go. Lacking food, feeling run down, that feeling you get after you've gone a couple of days with no proteins and calories, you start dragging around. This really help you out, especially if you're trying to make that last ditch push to get to your destination or whatever. So I usually keep Jolt energy gum in my bags. Next, another odd item is, and I know a lot of people carry pencil sharpeners in their bags. Some people don't think about it, but it's a great way to make pointy sticks. Those kind of come in handy sometimes, and it's also a great way to make tinder. You find your little dry stick, start twisting that thing out, and you have some quick, easy made tinder, especially if you're not good at making feather sticks and things of that nature. Or you can just twist it up real quick, get you some shavings, put in a little plastic baggie, save it for later for whenever it's raining or whenever you're in a wet area. But the reason I like this one, it's made by a German company. Not sure how you pronounce it, but it's spelled K-U-M. Now, I know how you pronounce the other things, but to keep this thing from sounding like a porn, let's see if I can get us a... There it is, K-U-M. Alright, so the reason I like this one in particular is, as you can tell if you read the bottom, one, this is made out of magnesium. So you've got another, source. If you need to scrape this down, you can do it. Also, if you flip it over, it's got a spare blade on there. So, shavings, spare blade, made of magnesium, fills 3 voids. So I like these. You can find them on Amazon. I think a couple of them are like $6 or $7. Something else, if you're ultralight, these are very handy. They're called slim cuts. See if I can get a good shot there. Maybe not. Slim cut, all it is, this is a plastic housing, little key ring on there. It's nothing but a box cutter. You can snap it open, flip the blade around if you need to, change the blade out if you need to. Weighs hardly nothing. Plus it fits in small spaces, so if you don't have a lot of room in your bag, or if you want to go ultralight, I highly recommend those. Another favorite of mine is, and I'm sure everybody's seen these, the pack lights. I'm a huge fan of pack light flashlights. You snap on that 9-volt, that thing will last forever. You got low beam, and it's a 3-way switch. You flip it over. Oh yeah, that's high beam. The only drawback to these is, since these stick out, you kind of get a little bit of night blindness. So whenever I'm using them in the woods, I just throw my thumb over it like that so it doesn't reflect back in my eyes. And if you want to be stealthy, kick that bad boy to low, and I promise you, it puts out plenty of light whenever you're in the dark. Like that old adage says, even the dimmest light shines bright in the darkness. Alright, so pack light. They tend to be a little expensive, but I like them. Next, these are called tubes. I believe it's TOOBZ from Human Gear. I like them, one, because they're easy to fill up, easy to clean out, and flip top. And what I tend to use these for is I'll put olive oil in it. It's always nice to have a little bit of extra oil out there in the woods, even if it's just for the fats, your fat content, with your diet or whatever. Next, this is actually my sewing kit. And see if I can get some stuff to come out of here. I've got a few needles, and if you can see this dark one right here, that is actually a toothpick with Kevlar thread wrapped around it. So if I need to do any sewing there, I should have wrapped it around a needle, but at the time it was just easier to get that toothpick to spin in my fingers whenever I'm wrapping the Kevlar thread. So I keep that out there in the woods. Let's see, I'll keep one of these needles sticking out for something else in just a moment. Another thing I like going along with the thread, it's called Poe No Accidental Floss. Yeah, I know a lot of people keep dental floss in their bag and things like that, and this is 100 yards of it. Where's it from? Well, Tulsa, Oklahoma. Alright, and let's see, you can get on Amazon, but this says buypoe.com. And the reason I like this dental floss, I mean, I know it's nothing spectacular, but all the other dental floss I've seen is white. Now, if you're looking for a little stealthy way to, run a little trip line, or maybe use, if you don't want to use white dental floss, if for a fishing line, Poe makes black dental floss, and I think that's kind of neat. I don't see that around a lot. Next, I'm sure you probably heard us talk about these before. These are called Sharpen Sparks. 22 degree knife sharpener. Then it's got this flat carbide type, tungsten carbide edge right here. It's great for throwing sparks off fire stills, and it's also great for honing your knife. So, yeah, there it is. We are two fun guys. Alright, so it works as usual. You drag your blade through here, or if you're trying to hone, you just get it on there. And what I tell most people is probably 7 out of 10 times your knife doesn't need sharpening, it just needs honing. So there's no need to take extra metal off the blade if it's not necessary. So that's why I like these. Also, in the back end, just in case you have beer in your bug out bag, it's got a bottle opener. And lastly, the reason it's called Sharp and Spark is because it has a nice size ferro rod in there. It's pretty decent thickness. It's about the size of a pencil, so it's decent ferro rod in there. And also it's all in one. Take this and throw the sparks. I'm not going to wear off the coating, but anyway, all you need is that one item to start a fire. Let's see, what else do I have? These are, I think, heavy grade aluminum bread pans, and the reason I like them is because you can fold them up, and yep, there it is. Fold it up, cook in it, collect water in it, things like that. And I like them because they fold flat. And fold it back. Those pack pretty easy into a pack. You can actually get them flatter if you roll a little something over it and get it nice and flat. I usually keep a little stack of neodymium magnets. Not very big, but they serve a really good purpose. If you need to make a makeshift compass, you can always do it with a needle and a magnet. So that's kind of why I left that out for that demonstration. Next, plus it helps if you're trying to hide something. You know, these magnets are actually pretty strong. I can't remember how many pounds each one of these little tiny magnets will hold, but I mean it's pretty significant. Well, you seen it jump across there, but you know, they're strong magnets. Another thing I like to put in my bag is, I'm sure you've seen these. You can usually find these in the fishing department. All it is a bell, clips onto a string, or you know, anything you want to put it on to make it ring, fishing rod or whatever is what it was designed for. But you can always hang it on a piece of dental floss, some black dental floss, run between a couple of trees, kind of hide this over in the bush. Somebody trips on your line, rings out loud. I know you're gonna be like, oh, but you're gonna be ringing every time, you know, every time you take a step in your bag. Well, no. Take your magnet, put it right there, and oh, I guess I need to move my magnet down. And well, there we go. It's locked in place by that little magnet. You know, so if you want a perimeter alarm, or if you just want to be able to put a few lines out in the water and kick back, take a nap, pull your hat down over your eyes, and it'll start ringing when the fish is on the line. Let's see, lastly, some 3M reflective tape. I know it doesn't seem like it reflects a whole lot in this light, but one piece of this, it takes up absolutely no room. You can even put it inside a survival tin, something like that, or emergency pouch, or you know, your signaling pouch, whatever that is. But if you're dressed in dark colors and you have no flashlight, and someone is hunting for you, shining a light or whatever, if you peel this, put it on something, anything, put it on the back of a survival tin or whatever, any light hits this, I assure you they will be able to see it, because it is super reflective. This is what a lot of the semi trucks are starting to use. I think they're requiring them to put them on the trailers so that it, you know, I guess if they have no tail lights, you can see them more easily. But lastly, it's just one of the little fishing flies I made from paracord sitting around when I got bored. Yeah, I don't know, I've caught fish with them before. Anyway, that's my odd items. Post your items below, or send us a video, and you know, we'll put it online for you. And that's about all I've got for you for right now. Big thumbs up to the men and women in uniform. Thanks for laying your lives out there on the line each and every day. We appreciate what you do for us. Keep on keeping on. See you on the next video. Peace out, Girl Scout.